Here we are again. And I know, I need to make more art videos. I don't have a good setup. It's hard to record with one hand, all this stuff, and just, I've been, in a way, I've been a type of way lately. And I have been making art, but I've mostly just been posting it. It's hard to record with one hand because all I have is a cell phone. So if I do figure out how to use my damn drawing tablet, I will record some digital videos, but that's not why we're here today. I'm here to talk about toxic friendships. Because everyone talks about toxic romantic relationships, toxic families, dysfunctional families, that sort of thing, abuse, spousal abuse, familial abuse. No one really talks enough about toxic relationships with a friend, platonic relationships, platonic abuse, platonic, that. And there's no real support groups for a breakup with, say, your best friend, which just happened to me. So I guess this is sort of a story time, or is becoming one. Oh, that's good. I just got Cinnamon Toast Crunch Coffee Mate Creamer. It's a little weird, but it's not bad. Anyway, my best friend, I've known her half my life, so I'll be 26 tomorrow is my birthday, and I've known her since I was 13. We met in our 8th grade social studies class in 2007. And the first thing she said to me was, "You have really pretty eyes." So, that was sweet. I was totally taken by this girl, like completely. I was genuinely in love with her, and she didn't have any interest in that type of relationship, so we just ended up being really close friends. And we did everything together. We were inseparable, and I trusted her with my everything, and I loved her. And, of course, there was the unrequited crush, which made it difficult. So that hurt a little bit because I watched her, with other people and stuff. But I ended up getting with other people when we got to high school and that sort of thing. But I did watch her go through a lot of things with bad people over the years, and it made me wonder why I was never, an option that way, because I was so unconditional to her. I always was there for her protection, to come to her rescue, even though sometimes I thought she was wrong when someone tried to bully her or someone tried to talk bad to her or anything like that. I would come to her rescue. I even called CPS on her father when we were in high school because he hurt her pretty severely and there was marks, and so I made her go into the counseling office, and he got spoken to because of it, because he was just a little too much. I've even protected this girl against her own parents, okay? I've been there through a lot, through every shitty boyfriend, through every, shitty friend that fucked her over, through every, bad mental time. I mean, we both have struggled with a lot of depression and that sort of thing, and have suffered abuse, and we have a lot of things traumatically that have happened to us that we resonated with, having dysfunctional families, having problems with people, and feeling alone and feeling a certain kind of way. Well, let's just say our relationship a lot of the times was one-sided over the years. She ended up moving to Maryland my junior year in high school, our junior year, and she didn't come back until we were 18, and we ended up getting an apartment together, and it was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. It was awful. And of course, I'm the one who came back and salvaged our friendship because I ended up moving to New York for several months and we didn't talk for a long time after everything that went down in this apartment because we were just having a lot of problems and we didn't really get along and things were bad, and her parents helped us with the place and we weren't ready to have all the responsibility that came with it, and she wasn't the same when she got back from Maryland. And I wasn't the same. I had been through a rollover car crash. I had had a lot of things happened to me between, her leaving and me and her getting the apartment. A lot of things had happened. We were coming together based on our history, but we hadn't really spoken that much when she was in Maryland either. And that was another thing that broke my heart because we were supposed to be best friends, and she hardly talked to me the entire time she was in Maryland. And so I just kind of, dealt with it. And then the apartment happened, and then I didn't talk to her for a very long time, but I reached out to her. And asked her, where she was at, what she was doing, if I could come see her. And then I was going back to her new apartment and hanging out and trying to rekindle our friendship because I love this girl. I'm the one who came back. I'm the one who tried to fix it, Not necessarily fix it, but just salvage the relationship and continue on having a relationship. So when I'm talking about toxicity, if you feel signs, there's a quote from BoJack Horseman, when the rose-colored glasses are on, all the red flags just look like flags. Okay? That's the gospel truth. Because when you have it's called the halo effect, when you have a relationship with somebody and you put them on a pedestal and they can do no wrong, and they're your best option. They're your best everything for that type of relationship in your life, and that will never change. No one will ever be as good as they are or were. Okay, that's the halo effect. So when you have that image of somebody in your life and they keep coming back and hurting you, you start to question yourself. You start to question, oh, well, was that really that big of a deal? Am I just overreacting? Am I just being jealous? Am I just being dumb? I did that for years. Years. It started when we met. She knew I had a crush on her. The first time we spent the night together, she kissed me. Even though she knew she didn't feel that way about me, she kissed me. And I was 13. I was 13. That really screwed with me, It made me happy. I wasn't going to question it because I was 13 years old and my crush was kissing me. But it really screwed me up, So that happened, and then her birthday rolls around because we started school, and then her birthday is in September. So her birthday rolls around, and I gave her a picture frame, hoping that we could put a picture of us in it. Take a picture of us together and put it in the... Holy crap, something's in my eye. Okay. Sorry. I was hoping that we could put a picture of us together in this picture frame because it was a black picture frame, and at the bottom it had a little silver add-on, cut out of words, and it said best friends. And she immediately, in front of me, put a picture of her and a girl that she knew when she lived in another state in it. And this girl was her top on MySpace, and this girl she always talked about, even though I was here and I was with her every day, and we were supposedly best friends now. So she kissed me when she knew she didn't feel that way about me, and she put that picture in that picture frame that I gave her. 2 huge signs right off the bat. I was 13 and stupid. And then over the years, it became the same way. She had me, who was loyal to her to a fault, okay? She had me, and I was always there. And she would pick people to try and be friends with that didn't like me, mind you. And I don't know if it was an insecurity issue or what, but she would pick friends and kind of ditch me, and these friends were mean to me and this and that, and you know, she would just tell me to try and get along with them, whatever. And then it would be us for a while, and it just kept happening. And every time she's had a boyfriend, she completely neglects our friendship. My car has been broken since September. And even before this stay-at-home order, she has come to see me 0 times. She's come to my house like 4 times in the 2+ years I've lived here. 2.5 years I've lived here. 4 times. I have been to her house countless times. Countless times. I've house sat for her. I have come to visit her. And my car is a 1996 Ford Explorer. And she made the excuse that her car wasn't meant for long distances. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It was underhanded compliments. Less effort than I put in. I kept questioning my sanity. I kept questioning my worth and value to this person because I valued them so much and I got so little back. And I felt insecure in the relationship. I felt like I was walking on eggshells. I felt like it just got worse over time. I felt like I was begging this person to be my friend, to be there for me. A couple of years ago, I ended up in a mental hospital a couple of times. Now, she didn't even call. My supposed best friend, she didn't even call. I called her. I asked somebody to get a hold of her. I asked somebody to tell her to call me. She was the person I wanted to hear from the most, the person that I trusted her words and I wanted her support, and she wasn't there. She told me she was just busy. Been there 3 times. Every single time she said nothing. When I was at my lowest point, she wasn't there. This is a huge, huge, huge red flag. I feel like she was my best friend, but I wasn't hers. And I don't know what's going on with her. I'm not saying that she doesn't have her own problems. I'm not saying that, we're all, I'm not saying that I deserve to encompass her world and this and that. I'm just saying if someone doesn't put the effort towards you, if you're not a priority, whether it's platonic, family, romantic, whatever it may be, even if it's your child, if they don't put an effort into the relationship, just back off. Just maybe question yourself. I mean, if it's family, just take a break. But I confronted her about a cat that she dropped off at my house, by the way, that it was so severely neglected that she is in very, very bad shape. I finally confronted her. I finally had enough. And she tells me, "Fuck you, we're not friends anymore," and blocks me. She's like, I said, you're never there when I need you. You're never, she said, "I could give a fuck less. Shut the fuck up and don't talk to me." Automatic response. If it's that easy for someone to tell you to fuck off, someone who claims that you're best friend, to tell you to fuck off and block them because they refuse to admit that they are wrong, and they have that much of a narcissistic streak that if you question anything that they do, they react like that and treat you like you're the piece of shit and how dare you? It's a toxic relationship. Get out. Get out while you can. Don't question your sanity. Don't. I even apologized. I said the way that came out was wrong because I went off right after one of the dogs in my family had to be put down, and it was a really, really hard decision. And I mentioned that cat, and I shouldn't have done that when I was raw over losing the dog. Okay? Bad choice, bad timing, bad choice of words. I was emotional. I put the emotions that had nothing to do with the situation into the conversation, and that was wrong. But I recognize that. I'm always recognizing when I'm wrong. I'm always the one who recognizes when I'm wrong. I'm always the one who apologizes. Excuse me, my throat's getting dry. I am always the one who admits my wrong. But she has her boyfriend and her mom attacking me. 25 years old. Cannot admit she's wrong. Has other people attacking me. There's a problem with that, dude. She didn't even have the balls to unblock me and tell me this stuff herself. I ran 2 pens out of ink. I wrote so much for, I was up for a almost 24-hour period writing to her. I wrote 2 letters, and the envelope was like this thick. But I sat and I thought about everything I needed to say, and I wrote it down. I took the effort and the time to evaluate what I did in the situation, how the situation has been handled, how I'm feeling, how it all has come to a head, and I wrote 2 freaking pens out of ink. I wrote so much. My hand is cramped. It hurts. My whole wrist. I have fibromyalgia. My wrist hurt so bad yesterday, I was crying. But I sat up for almost 24 hours writing and reflecting and thinking about everything that I took part in, I said, I did. She's just attacking me, thinking I'm in the wrong. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not in the wrong. I'm not in the wrong. I'm not a piece of shit for standing up for what I believe in. Animal abuse and neglect is wrong. This cat has been sick for literally years. And now, somehow I'm a piece of shit, but she dropped it off at my house because she rather shirked the responsibility off onto me and then tell me I'm a piece of shit and get out of her life. Doesn't care about the cat, doesn't care about me. Not much is clear. And so if someone makes you feel insecure, undervalued, question your sanity, you question the relationship, you don't feel right about it, but you love this person and you're an unconditional loyal person, something's probably wrong if your gut is telling you it's wrong. Get out of that relationship. It doesn't matter about the history. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter. Get out. You are doing yourself a giant disservice by staying in that relationship. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I mean, no, let me rephrase that. I do care a lot. It hurts. It hurts like a son of a bitch. I've been having anxiety. I've been not able to sleep. I've been not eating. I've been just straight up panicking over losing this person. But I don't care that it will hurt if in the long run my life will be better and I will feel better. It's gonna be painful. Breakups are. I've known her half my life. It's harder than losing a freaking boyfriend, honestly. She was a huge part of my world, but I can't do it. I'm worth more than that. And if someone's going to never admit they're wrong and never admit that they hurt you, just leave them. Leave. That's all I wanted to say. Is just value yourself. Love many. Trust few. Always paddle your own canoe. That's a little plaque that my grandma has in her cabin in Montana. And I never knew what that meant when I was a child. I grew up seeing it all the time. Never knew what that meant. Now I do. Love many, trust few. Always paddle your own canoe. If your gut is telling you something's wrong, it is. And just love yourselves. Please love yourselves. Love each other. do self-reflection, admit when you're wrong, admit when you messed up, come together, talk about it, do what you have to do in a healthy way. But don't disservice yourself and devalue yourself by keeping those types of people that hold you down and hold you back in your life. Get them out of your life. If it doesn't help you grow as a person and it holds you back, get rid. Weed your garden. Weed your garden. As hard as it is, weed your garden. And with that being said, I need to go take a Sudafed because my nose, for some reason, is getting progressively clogged, and that's really annoying. So, now I'm sounding even more nasally. Anyway, guys, stay awesome, stay creative, stay loving, stay safe, stay home still. I'm still thinking people are gonna get sick. But keep yourself safe, and just know that you're cared about, you're loved, and you'll know it from the people who actually do care. You will know it because you will feel cared about. And just keep going, keep growing, research, know yourself, all of it. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.